Alright, so I want to lay out some things for New Hanover County. The happiest I've ever been was when I was finally getting away from my agoraphobia as a older teenager into my adulthood, and I was homeless in the woods, freezing cold winter, 2 years really. Everybody, you're crazy. You're homeless. You're insane. And I don't like this crown molding. I love the fucking holes in the wall. That feels more like home more than anything. Not funny. Still not funny. New Hanover County. No, I'd hate to iterate a word that I don't even. It's just so pointless. But I'm talking about police, and I mean you can branch that word off to also identify with people of professional statures within anywhere in the system in this area for sure. But police, Pidlice. I mean, it's just like you want to talk about, peddling shit. You're a pig for sure. I mean, I'm literally in the hospital the last time, not the very last time, but the last time before that. And there's a girl who has to be just now 18. I think she was deaf or something. But she she was having problems brushing her teeth and stuff like that, and she was I don't think she was something. But they're behind the counter. I mean, she was responsive to her name. It was weird because at one point she wasn't. It was like it wasn't clicking to her, and then one time she followed the lady. That I don't. Maybe she recognized the lips or something. But to me, I'm like, did you get a hearing aid or something? But they're behind the counter in the Oaks, but it's not the Oaks anymore, and it wasn't then anymore. But they're behind the counter, and I swear they're saying PID. And then when they put me in the seclusion room, this very last time after they illegally, assaultively injected me. I mean, I was literally laying. I told the people earlier when I first got into the unit area that I will not have a roommate. And they took the guy out. They said that he's only in there for now, and then it's nighttime. I've been screaming all day, like mad as hell because I had already been injected below any comfort zone in my lower area. I'm talking about my baby just died. Of course they don't have it in the system. I didn't even sign the documents for the birth of the failed birth of my childhood because I was so hurt because of what was going on. I walked out choking back tears and just went forward out the door. And talk about transferring documents. I didn't have my name on the document anyways, but from Maryland to New Hanover County, North Carolina, the document's not there. I'm in the hospital this very last time, and I'm in the mittens area with where the officers are, and they've got the cameras and stuff. By the way, they have the officers and the I think it's like a video monitoring area or something. And then right across from it, which is weird, as soon as I walked in, there was two girls that were in the. There was one girl and there was another girl standing there, but they looked at me weird, and they were in the room right across from the officers. They're like young girls. And I'm not, it's just weird. It's weird behavior to do that. It's a weird paradigm to have in a professional setting. And irregardless, the lady, I guess I sounded crazy. My baby just died. That's why I'm here. And they're like, what the fuck is he talking about? And so I'm literally, the officer pushes me in my chest. And I literally just had asked, can y'all turn the light off? And the nurse got an attitude. You need to ask nicely, and I will. And then I'm like, my baby just died. Turn the light off. And I guess I sound annoyed. And they ask, and it's just then they get all the officers, and he pushes me in my chest, with his fingertips. and I put his hand down with my hand, like not even combatively. I put it down, and they bum rushed me, and then they grabbed me by the back of my neck. I'm literally telling them, I'm not even fighting y'all. Like this whole time that's going on, and they get me on the ground. I'm on my back, and she pulls down the scrubs that I have on. I can't have underwear either, by the way. And she's literally low enough to expose me, and she injects me like way too low, and then and then they strap me to the bed, the little the gurney bed or whatever. And the officer is standing. They roll me into the room or whatever, or I'm in the room, and he's just standing. The one officer's standing there right beside me, just nobody else is in there, and he's not really talking loud. But his tone of voice was venomous to my ears. I'm screaming, "Leave me alone! Get out!" And he's like, "Not till you calm down." But the way he's saying things, he's looking at me like I'm a lunatic, like he's mean mugging me, like venomous. And it's just like that narcissistic, low tone, like you think you're cute type look. And I'm having flashbacks at the same time. My parents pinning me to the ground at 15 years old, trying to walk out of the house as my therapist had advised me when arguments were going on. They drugged me back into the house, pinned me to the ground. I'm writhing inside at that time. And then they inject me again, and I finally passed out. And I don't want to press charges, because the problem is that we get rid of people that know what the fuck they did wrong. They know. Now you can go forward and do better. I don't give a fuck. And I guess I sounded crazy. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I just. I literally, and then before they move to the unit, the nurse comes up. One of the nurses comes up. She's like, "We're gonna move you over, but you need to promise you're gonna be calm," and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like it's like completely just wrong behavior from professionals. They don't have the competency to be professional in a mental health setting at all. I'm already telling them about telling them exactly about the paradigms of association for proper versus improper association and how they do stuff. Tell them about the seizures I've been having, the heart, everything. They don't give a fuck. And it's like it's a paycheck. Go home, sit down, watch your television, stare at your phone. Don't give a fuck. And the social skills, you won't call me autistic. You don't talk for shit as people in a professional setting. And then so I go to the what used to be, they call it behavioral health or whatever now. And anyways, I was talking, got the room to myself, and I was under the impression and all that. And then I've been screaming all day in my room, not going. I mean, when I walked out of the room, I was calm, I was kind. I even gave a dude a hug. He's like, "Can I have a hug?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have a hug." And it's like, I'm not being mean to anybody. I go into my room, and then I'm fuming. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? And I'm all I'm saying, I'm yelling. I sound mad as hell. I really express myself through my vocals. It's inert nature. And what I am saying is, it's pharmaceutical lack of empathy, like non-conversational, just nothing actually changes anything. And then so I go to lay down, I take a shower, go lay down, I'm quiet and all that, and then they put a dude in there, and he's I'll walk out, and I'm like, I told him, I'm not mad at you, like you're fine and all that kind of stuff. And I go out there, and I'm not screaming and shit. I sound mad. My voice is raised, but I'm not being irate or combative in tonology of my voice. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? and they're like, okay, well, we need to get someone to calm them down. And I'm like, and I just walk away and I go lay down in my bed, close my eyes, try to calm down, go to sleep. They come in and they're like, okay, we've got the injection. I'm like, no, like I have a heart problem, nervous system damage. I've had seizures, and like you already injected me twice. You're gonna inject me again, not even days later, like not even like a long time at all later. And I just, the last time I was there, when I was talking about the previous time when with the younger girl that was there, and that really bothered me, because it's like, I'm like thinking about the word like PID, and it just sounds like a weird fucking word. And it's like, and by the way, it wasn't just her. There was a weird conglomerate of people there. There was no congruency of anything there. There was old people, like it was just weird. Like I don't even, and it's really important to have a proper social association within a mental health setting. Empathy in a conversation and growth and development of what matters. Empathy is important. All they give a fuck about is giving your medication, and then they go by the notes, but it's like, time and time again, I've been to the Oaks and whatnot, and or wherever, and it's like, they just like write down like chicken scratch synonyms to what you say, and it's like, that's not even what the fuck I said. I had to correct this one lady one time. I kept correcting her back and forth. It doesn't make any sense at all. And they want to stare at like, well, this is what, but at the same, you're not looking me in my eyes into what I'm telling you. You go by paperwork of bullshit, and then I'm defending my right to be healthy at that point, to not have a further complication as I already have. And they want to talk about like I assaulted somebody, like I said. By the way, just to be clear, when I got to the magistrate office at New Hanover County Jail, the officer that works at they took me in the Novant police vehicle, and there was, he goes up to the magistrate. Yeah, he said that he was going to collect their teeth. I told him at the very time he said that, I did not say that. I was going to punch you in your teeth, and I'm looking. Stay back away from me. This is not a joke. I have to defend myself. What, I'm going to punch you in your stomach? That's going to stop you? This is my life, my well-being. And by the way, when I swung at him, when he charged me, I was opening my fist. And it was halfway, by the time I got halfway to him, it was already halfway opened. Like palm going out. It went over his head as he ducked under me. They tackled me at the same time. All of them. However, there was like 5 or 6 in there. And I go over the bed, which is on the the closest to the window. I was standing on top of the bed, and they literally just it's so fucked up. Like I basically I'm facing the bathroom basically in a kind of like a more towards, I'm keeping my stance, like in a 180, panorama with everything that can go on, maybe a little more degrees on that, but and then when they tackle me, I loop around towards the door. Because I'm on the bed, like I swing and my momentum carries me around, and he's tackling me, and they take my neck, put it on the bench that is between the 2 beds in there, and they're putting their knee in my back, bending me. And by the way, when they tackled me, at the same time I was like, you think you bluff me? I do not harm human beings. And I'm telling them, look at what you're doing to me. You are being horrible human beings. You are literally, and I'm saying as it's going on, you are grinding into my jugular. You are taking your fingers, like your knuckles, and grinding into my sockets, like my cheekbone right next to I had a puffy, the fucked up eye. And I'm saying this as it's going on. And I'm like, look at what you're doing to my neck. Look at what is going on. They like, and And y'all have the fucking, just, y'all want to tell me that I assaulted you? You're coming at me with another illegal injection. It is there. I warned you before you even charged at me that what the problem was, that I had the heart problem, that I have the neurological damage, that I've been having the seizures. The last time I was telling them, by the way, I've been telling DSS Elizabeth Curry about the seizure problem for almost 2 full years now, right around that mark, maybe like a month or so difference. And they're just like, oh, she's a DSS, social worker, like guardian, representative or whatever. They have no mental health associations at all, because she's telling me that's not a thing. It's called serotonin syndrome. It actually is a seizure complication from pharmaceuticals. She's like, that's not a thing. That is not competency. I'm talking about professionality. Your right to work somewhere and interact with people in a mental health association. And then when it started happening, I was letting them know. I'm like, look, I'm having this problem. They're like, it's not a thing. And as it goes on, the frequency of it gets more and more, it becomes more and more of a thing. Like, I'm having it more often as the 2 years goes on. I'm in jail at your New Hanover County. The 8 months that I was there for being, I told the there was some older dude who was like 70 years old. He like shits himself all the time and he pees himself. I mean, I sat in a chair when I was peeing and there was shit on the, never mind. But he goes in there and the doctor's like, yo, we can clearly say you're not schizophrenic anymore and all this. And I'm sitting in the waiting area in the house that's adjacent to where I'm staying. And I hear that and I'm like, what? What? Because in the room over. And that kind of pissed me off. So I walked in and I'm like, I'm literally taking a whole cup full of medications at that point. Like, let alone the fact that before that I was taking just as well enough. And I'm telling them, I'm not taking these. And so I get back to the house that I was staying in. And I go to take a nap and I wake up and they're IVC me. Officers in my room. I go to, this is a real problem with the system in North Carolina. I go to the Wilson Mental Health Hospital, and there's some lady there, some older, she's not, that much older. She's probably like 50 or so. But she's talking about how her husband is abusive to her and stuff, and they're not even letting her lay down. Like, they're saying she's in the day room. You can't go to your room. You're in the day room. You need to sit up. You can't lay down. And I'm just like, like you can lay down. I don't care. Like, screw them. Like, I'm talking to her. And, they're not even, really in the room. Maybe they were in the room at one point in time, but at the same time, I was really trying to be there for her. She was really hurting. And so at one point, I'm standing outside her door having a conversation with her because she loved me. She really saw that I cared. And some jack dude comes up and says, you need to get away from her. And I'm like, what? And I'm cracking my knuckles because I'm anxious. I do that when I used to do it when I was anxious. I don't know if I really haven't done it in a while when I'm anxious, but he walks off, goes to the nurse's station. He's talking about I'm like, fuck this. Like, once again, like, it's gonna happen again. So I take off my scrubs and stuff, my underwear, and they send a whole group of females to tackle me. So by the time I see them coming around the corner, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm pretty much giving up at that point before they even make it to me. And they were like not even like halfway to me from all the way down the hall when I'm like I see them come out and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no. And then they throw me on the ground. They want to talk about how I didn't fight back at all the whole time. I literally went to Wilson for assault charges on a female. And the jail in Wilson, by the way, they didn't even give a shit. They were like, they bailed me out themselves the very next day or so. They're like, it was $1,000 bond. We don't even know why he's here. Get him out of here. And they paid to have me sent back to Wilmington 2:00 in the morning. And I broke my foot kicking down that hospital door to get out of there after they injected me. I passed out in the woods down across from the hospital there. And my foot got fractured or broken one. And so when I'm back in Wilmington, I go to the fire station, ask them for a wrap on my foot. Just wrap it up. And they're like, we can take you to the hospital. And I'm like, no, because then I can't get a ride back. And so I walk off, and then I jumped the fence, landed on my other foot, and kind of bounced over it and went across the street to the Handy Hugo's. And I don't know, maybe they thought that I'm some like pussy to pain. I'm like, no. Like I've broken my fist multiple times as a teenager, and not because I'm assaulting anybody or anything. Actually, there was a fight that I got in. I broke it. I think it was the first time I broke it, and I got in a fight with this dude was calling my friend a faggot and stuff, and he was talking about he's gonna fight me and shit, and I was like, pretty much like, what the fuck? And so I go to my algebra 1 class. And he's standing outside the door, and I walk right by him, and then I set myself down, looked at my chair, was about to sit down. I'm like, what, fuck this. So I walked out. I'm like, I don't think you mean what you think you said. Swing on me. And he swings on me. I duck it, and I clocked him in the head. Broke my hand within that fight. And then another time I punched a cardboard box in my garage. There's a whole bunch of plates in it. Broke it again. It doesn't stop me at all. Like I literally skated with a broken foot from dropping in on a quarter pipe. It's at the group I was in Nashville, North Carolina, and there was literally a knot like the size of half a golf ball on the top of my foot. I skated for another 4 minutes before I went back into the car. I was like, what, fuck it. I didn't, I wasn't slamming it or anything. But I was like, I'm not done yet. I just got here, and so. I mean, anyway, going. Anyways, this is whatever. But before, never mind. But so I go to the fire, and I'm gonna go across to get a Monster Energy drink from the hand. He goes walk out, and I'm walking across the way to I don't know. I don't really know where. I don't really have no direction. I'm just walking around. I'm like, I don't have anywhere to be right now. And a cop pulls up, and I'm pointing at him, and I'm like pointing at him to go around me and shit, and he gets out of the car and stands like a couple, a good, however much away from me. It wasn't even that far away from me. He's not really even speaking really. He's just staring at me, like saying bullshit really kind of under his breath. So I just turn on my fuck this and I just walk away. He tackles me from behind. I instinctively throw an elbow behind me and hit him in the back of the head. They gave me like a misdemeanor assault charge on a government official. And I end up in the jail for 8 months. The judge that had the charges for the assault from the hospital at that same time was, from what Curry told me, she said that the judge dropped it because he said, this is just too much to deal with. I don't even want to deal with it. And, I walked into my first appearance when I was at the jail. And by the way, the jail's connected. I was like, you got me on some trumped up charges, and like I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, you say that, you cuss one more time, I'll hold you in contempt, and he dismissed me. I stood up and I was like, what the fuck? And I like walked away. I said it, not towards him, just to myself. He didn't say anything back to me. He just let me go. And then after that, they bailed me out, and then I ended up in back here overnight and stuff, whatever. I think it was like 1 or 2 days later. And they want to say I was trespassing at the fire station, and that's why the cop was arresting me. I went there for help at the fire station in Monkey Junction. Didn't want the help they were providing. I can't get a ride back at that time from the hospital all the way back on a broken foot. You think I'm dumb? And so I spent 8 months. And I was in Sierra for however like 3 or 4 months, and they sent me to Tango, and I had double portions the whole time. I was doing okay. I was depressed. I felt so abused. I would literally take the bags that I had from the suit packs I would get that my dad would buy me, and I would actually put it around my face and just test myself. I was that miserable with life. I did not give a fuck at that point. It is every day of my life. My parents do not give a fuck about me in empathetic manner at all. It is always my fault. It is never your fault. My fault. My fault. You are chasing me around all of my life, abusing me, slapping me around. I mean, you literally chased me down the street just so I'm trying to get to my room and lock the door before you can get to me because I know you won't kick it down. I know you care more about your money than you care about me punching holes in your wall. And it's like, I'm so sick of people being horrible for no reason other than their ignorance. And it's follow policy, when it's like literally narcissistic masochism of mind perpetuated on
I'm a pussy or something. I'm not good enough. I'm dumb. I'm whatever. You don't make any sense at all either by that standard. Like, you don't speak at all. You don't do enough at all as professionals. And I get out from 8 months being in Tango, and they put me in a house in Silver Lake area, and I literally, it's like 2 a.m, and it was the cops that came over, and they're like shining lights. So I was like, I'm laying in bed. I'm not answering the door. It is it's like early in the morning. It's like midnight, later or some shit like that. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not even here. And then the next day, they actually announced themselves as they come in, like, yeah, we're investigating break-ins. Like standard fucking bullshit. And then I open the door, they bum rush me as an IVC. Because Elizabeth Curry had apparently called them because the day or so before, I had told my dad that I was having a kid with a girl. So I had known a best friend of mine for a very long time, and I had known her since I was a teenager and stuff, and relatively acquaintance mutual, and then over time it developed into a friendship and stuff, but she was always in and out, saying I don't, whatever, and I'm like, fuck, I'm still here, like, you know what I mean? And eventually, at one point, I actually believed her, and this is the time that I was in the house in Silver Lake, and I actually believed her at that one point. So I was like, you know what? I'm really heartbroken. So I got on my yearbook, which was Meet Me before, but they changed the name of it, and a girl meets me on there. And she said she was on birth control and stuff. She still got. I hadn't had sex in 10 years, so I'm just dumb at that point. And so she gets pregnant, and as beautiful as the girl that I had the feelings for the longest, she still accepted me and let me go to Maryland and stuff. And I just. The one in Maryland, that's the baby that died from 1 week short of viability, from being able to be put on life support to be able to grow and develop and be okay. That was my child. We're talking about 1 week. And it's just like, you want to talk about being not good enough or not. I have no empathy for death or lack of empathy at all to the standard that it is with situations as are. And anyway, so they bum rush me, IVC me the next morning talking about, bullshitting about, we're investigating break-ins and shit. And so I had called my dad before that happened. I was like, yeah, I'm having a kid. He starts gaslighting me, saying, you're sounding crazy. You're not making any sense. So then I put two and two together. That's why Elizabeth IVC. I already told that lady beforehand that my dad had already been gaslighting me and been in some area when I'm talking about, the 9 months that I was going, in and out of the Oaks because of an HIV scare that was complete. I get that it was irrational. I didn't have HIV, but I was terrified. I was already, that was right after, that was a 2-year homeless thing that I had, homeless, that makes any sense to y'all. And I just, I'm literally suicidal because I'm like, I feel like disgusting for no reason at all. I'm on Google searching the internet, and it's just terrifying me because it's not adding up to me that it makes sense to my immune system, to my problems, to what I know that it could be for me. And so I'm, asking my dad for an RNA test. I'm asking the hospital for an RNA test. I asked my dad for it because the hospital's not giving it to me. They gave it to me eventually after the 9, consecutive times that I went there or whatever. I don't know my 9 months, but 9 consecutive times I've been there. And I was there for extended periods of time, not really extended, but each individual time. And he's like, I'm like, Dad, I will literally myself right now. I've been in and out already with this problem of suicide. This. And he's talking to me it's always about you, blah blah blah. But it's the way that he says it, he knows how to get under my skin. He's my dad. He's snaky, venomy, tonology, making me feel like such a piece of shit for no reason at all. And he's like, it's $500 for the RNA test. He doesn't give a fuck. He's literally the manager of Haverty's, and he's been that way for years. Years, since I was a kid. And it's just like, what am I supposed to be to people when they can't even look me in the eyes and see me for what I need? And when everything they go by is paperwork and their own bullshit. And then so but the hospital, they when they obviously me, they let me out like literally that same. I don't know. I fell asleep. I was like, I got it. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to sleep, and I went to sleep, and they let me go with unspecified psychosis, so I've been being sent to the actual Oaks. I looked at the paper. I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? You didn't even talk to me at all. And then it's just like. I'm so just, that was also around the same time that I was telling her about the seizures and stuff. Like I'm having like a problem and stuff, and then I get back to the house in Silver Lake, and the funny thing is, like, my stuff's stolen, but the Oculus that I have is still on the ground right there, but my TV's gone, and my microwave, like weird dumb shit, and I'm just like, like what in the fuck, I didn't call the police. I figured I thought it was like my neighbors. They probably heard like the conversation or whatever, and then oh, that's crazy. Like I don't know what you're talking about. He's getting IVC. Like that's fucking crazy. But I had no confirmation. But whenever it's my neighbor's house, I'm like, do you like? I'm looking. I'm like, do you know? And he the look he gave me in his eye was like he looked scared, and I took that as an immediate sign, and I walked away, looked at him, I said respect, and I went back to my fucking house. And respect as in like that's the line that you need to take. Like you need to just respect shit, and I'll respect shit. And then so I go to Maryland because I'm dealing with the girl that was really important to me at that time, and I'm saying that because I feel bad because she brought it to my attention while I was in Maryland. Like, you're only here because you're worried about the seizures and stuff, and she's not really believing me about the seizures. But I'm having them in front of her, but she thinks I'm faking. Like I had a seizure and I ended up somehow like shaking underneath the bed slightly, and my eyes are I'm seizing out, and I see her through the corner of my eyes, and not really a corner, but like she's in front of me, and she's kind of like smirks a little bit, like she thinks I'm faking her. Like, how did he get under the fucking bed like that? And it's like I'm telling you, like I'm having, and then it happened another time when I was in Maryland, and we're having an argument, and I'm not even arguing, but she's hurting my feelings, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And I start seizing, and I like fall through the closet door, and I just, and you keep her the fuck out of it too. You think I'm fucking crazy. Her baby died fucking too because y'all fucks. You want to talk about a system. You don't give a fuck at all. Entirely North Carolina. Not your fucking business. That is family. Anyways. I go to the Oaks the time before last. I'm telling them about the seizures because nobody's listening to me. I'm so, told all the people about it, and nobody, and whatever. I guess that's the whole thing. Like I'll be that's sure. And I get the paperwork after that discharge. Just claims to have seizures. I had a seizure while I was there at that time. I walk out, and you get me out of here. I'm not staying here. Y'all are not listening to me. They inject me again with the same medication that gives me the seizures. Never mind. But I just, I literally, that time I sat down, and I was like, fuck this. Like, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Like, whatever. And I just, I'm in the New Hanover County Jail, as I was saying. The officers are the 8 months stay I was there when I first was on there, and I was on suicide watch. By the way, you think you're on suicide watch? They put me this very last time on suicide watch, barefoot in a turtle suit with a piss-stained floor unclean at all. Toilet was grimy as fuck. They wouldn't let me clean for 2 fucking weeks. And then they want to tell the psychiatrist there that I'm talking crazy. Like, no, I'm telling you about your fucking selves. Y'all don't understand causality or catacharmatics or any kind of, paradigm effects at all. It's all dominoes. You want to talk about some kid that gets some disease because whatever, and like his family, they got out and then they're home, and now that kid has low self-esteem, now he has mental health issues because they don't give a fuck. I mean, they literally take the mattresses and just throw them out. They just toss them on the ground and then right back in the cell when somebody new comes. No sanitary. It's just like I've seen it happen time and time again. And then, not to mention the gloves when they do room searches, they don't change them out. They're going through people's everything and touching everybody's everything. I'm on suicide watch the very last time, the time I was just there. And I have a toilet paper mat because I don't know what to do. And right in front of the toilet, and an officer comes in. He kicks it aside, says, suck a dick. But it's another dude in a turtle suit right beside me who's on detox. That dude's being weird or never mind, but I swear he's looking at me when it's not even the same. And I'm not being, weird about this, but it's like, I don't know if he's ever seen a Caucasian, private. Never mind, but I swear he's like, I'm looking when I'm trying to pee and stuff, and I'm like, because I squat the piss, because I'm not a dumbass. But I swear he's looking at me. It's starting to make me uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't even really shit really, because I'm like, I'm tight as a fucking, whatever in my ass. I feel so uncomfortable. And so they put him in there right after they said that to me. They came and took it aside and said, suck a dick, put him in there. And anyways, they told our spouse I was talking crazy. I was like, no, I'm telling you exactly what your problems are. All they care about is their paycheck, their fucking code of conduct within themselves to maintain their shit. I'm it's like y'all don't understand it all as police or as sheriffs in this area and stuff. It's like my dad is always calling the cops when when I was old enough to go to jail. As soon as I hit 18, get the fuck out, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. But he's gaslighting me to shit, hitting me, chasing me, just being a total asshole. I mean, as always, as he always had been. And they don't listen to me at all. They just say, you know what, fuck him anyways, like whatever. And I'm literally, I'm literally like this one time it happened, and I literally like lost my shit, and I go in there and ask for the tablet to stream AMC for The Walking Dead onto the TV. He comes out, it's like 9 o'clock or so at night. The PlayStation's been sitting on the downstairs TV area all day. He comes out just then and he's like, I thought I told you to leave the PlayStation down or up fucking stairs. I'm like, it's not even on. I'm not even using it. And they literally just, it's like I walk out and I leave. He was slapped. He was getting in my face and I looked at him. I telling me like you need to fix your own shit. And he slapped me. I get up and I go up the stairs and I look at him and say, "Fuck you!" And I go upstairs. He's chasing me up the stairs, chasing me around and shit. I'm packing my stuff and stuff. He's outside calling the. And by the way, before that incident happened, just like the day or so before, I'm in the shower. My forearms are tingling, thinking about maybe I should just gouge myself. I had some type of sense to just go and relax to whatever measure I could. And then while that situation was happening the next day or so, he's outside on the phone talking to 911. And I'm beating on my mom's door. She's looking at me in the eyes, and I'm like, I'm mad as shit because my dad is just, I'm trying my best to just shut up and not do anything. And he's just grilling the fuck out of me. I look at her, I'm like, you think I won't? And then she goes into her room, locks the door. I'm beating on you. I was like, how would you like if you wanted to kill yourself? Like as much shit as I could possibly spew out my mouth. And then I go, I get my stuff together, like, stand back up, get my stuff packed up, walk out the door, the officers are there. They say, hey, can we talk to you a minute? I'm like, no, fuck you, officer, family, I'm gone. And they bum rush me from behind, tackle me again. Just constant, nobody gives a fuck. Not enough. I'm done with your system being just narcissistic, like masochists to other people for lack of intelligence and empathy that could be if you just use your fucking head and mouth. I'm beyond hurt. I've been on medication since 12, 13 years old, all the way up until now. You don't think that grows my brain fucking weird? It's like the person, the DSS worker in charge of me, didn't have the common sense to even see that. Just never mind it. Just to be a guardian. I've never met the actual, they say, she was telling me like she's not the actual guardian, so I'm like, whatever, just like a representative, is what she's telling me. I've never even actually met the actual guardian or whatever the fuck it is. Never. Not even, I couldn't put a face on her or I don't give a fuck. I'm in the jail cell that one time for the 8 months time, and while I'm on suicide watch, they're rapid pressing the intercom button, just pinging my cell loud as fuck, like an echo chamber of just high pitched ping, like just beep 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 beep. And I'm like, it's like, stop! You're going to give me a fucking seizure. They keep fucking doing it. And that same time, the same exact time, I had a conversation with, it pissed me off. Yeah, no, I will have a conversation. Yeah, I definitely fucking will. That officer come up to me when I was on suicide watch still, grabbing his fucking crotch, licking between his two fingers, saying, I'm gonna fuck your mom, I'm gonna fuck your mom, laughing and giggling his fucking shit. I'm in a fucking turtle suit. It's like, you want me to get the name of the person that the fuck? Save your own fucking ass. It's like, I'm so done. I'm done with y'all. Stay away from me. It's always that simple. Y'all don't fuck off for shit. I can tell you to fuck off. You want to hear fucking shit about it. Like, I don't even want to be in this house. I had to take a plea deal for suspended sentence of 30 days from a felony charge on assault on a government official and do a misdemeanor. Because I also have another child that I have to pay up for. Because I give a fuck. I don't even need the money. I am happy to stay in a fucking tent, get my whole fucking check. Give me $20 fucking dollars. I don't give a fuck. It's just like, so I'm like, fuck this. I do have responsibilities outside of your fucking bullshit. I'm just beyond abused. Beyond any just for lack of better English context, raped my whole fucking life. I'm autistic. I don't understand shit. You don't understand. Fuck. Just like, I don't even, and here's also my main fucking point about shit. I don't give a fuck about the money. You take your fucking money in every county and you fix your fucking shit. You get rid of that fucking theater or whatever the fuck you got set up downtown, your nice little fucking boardwalk. Fuck you. Take your fucking sewage money and you put it in your fucking shit. You hire people actually competent to actually do fucking shit. I don't give a fuck. It's like, you want me to testify? Like I have to get rid of my cat. You know, my fiance, girlfriend, whatever, like she said, you can't get the cat, like you can't take it, now's not a good time, we got the baby and stuff going on, and like, no, like I'm like, no, I want the, like, I'm thinking like, this is good for me, like I need to have something to take care of right now, like the baby's about, you know, is getting closer to being born and stuff, like this would be good, and she's like, no, we can't deal with all that, like, you know, you're back and forth between here and Maryland, and like, like, I want my fucking cat back. I shouldn't have to pay the sheriff's department fucking shit. That is mine. I don't want to be here. I could be here and do so much good in this North Carolina, Wilmington, fucking just. But I mean, I don't want to be here. I don't like these walls. I don't like the crown molding. I don't like the look of a fucking house. The holes in that fucking wall. It's close to home as I'll ever fucking be here. It's like, I'm crazy because I want to stay in a tent, sleeping back, and have not. You want to talk about feeding people? Talk about people starving, not having enough, having problems. Why people are getting, you know, like pulled over and shot because they're terrified, fear, like, you know, like I gotta get away. Like, and it's like, well, maybe if you took your stale ass fucking whatever, put it in the air fryer, and just actually shared some fucking shit, you wouldn't be just. You want to throw shit. I want this bullshit. Constantly. Want to like vote for shit, fucking conservative, Democrat. I don't give a fuck. It's like I never asked. I never needed to be on pharmaceuticals. I was abused. My whole life. Brainwashed into thinking I was retarded. Elizabeth Curry's telling me, but Jacob, you'll always be IDD. And I'm like, you know what? Like, that really hurts my fucking feelings. It's like I'm losing my shit for a whole month in this place. Nobody comes, no family, no friends at all. I never have a friend. Ever. I'm always just shipped off, come back, and it's like, I guess you don't know me anymore. So I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's just like how is anything supposed to connect when I can never be there? And I always told my parents, you know, I'm not this way around other people. I'm this way around y'all. But it's always my fault. Like, you want to talk about, like, I'm pretty sure Trillium's going to pay for this as they said they would. You know, you want to talk about this fucking stove right here? It's got a busted top. It's still fucking usable. Throw it the fuck away. $1,000 for that shit. There's $4,000 or so dollars in damages. Fuck you. This whole wall, put a piece of paper and slap that shit over. Fuck you entirely. You don't mean fucking shit. It would have been so nice to just not have to worry about scrubbing my dishes with my baby being dead. The dishwasher doesn't even fucking work the whole time I've been here. It took me over a month to get the mailbox key. It literally, my garbage hose doesn't work at all, and it just leaks on the bottom. It's like I literally. I was so concerned at one point within that time frame, and it's like I'm walking out, just I was like, fuck, I'll just leave the door unlocked. I come back, shit's just weird. Like this cabinet, or not this cabinet, the drawer right here is just the front of it just popped off, like it just like magic got just destroyed. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like shit, just weird fucking shit. I've got, I'm mad as hell screaming. I got weird people standing outside the back of my, just like shining lights in and stuff, looking at me, like people like parked outside, like just weird as fuck. I'm fucking sorry. I'm fucking miserable. And it's like I'm fine now. I'm pissed for sure. Don't need to learn. And it's like I can be calm. I am in control. That is fine. At the same time, and also, I still don't even you want to talk to you coherently. You have made me beyond, I don't even want to be around people anymore. I want to be alone for a very long time just to find some peace of mind, some sense of just self. Because it's been stripped from me every day of my fucking life. I find it hard to look at people, listen to them. It hurts my feelings. I'm IDD. Everybody's speaking in English. I have autism. That's what you base it around, social parameters? What makes you think I give an epigenetic fuck? Just ignorant. So it's like I'm supposed to it's like I don't want to go to court. I don't give a shit. No, fuck you. I really don't fucking care. You hear me perfectly fucking clear. Take your fucking money. Take your tax money. You put it in your fucking system. You fix your fucking shit. And leave me alone. Like I am just completely just beyond any terminology, like rapes, just fucked up by just bad, just peopling. It's like I get it, nobody's raised right, everybody's just a little bit fucking ignorant. But there are consequences to your behavior. It makes people miserable. We'll talk about the jail. I was on double portions for the time that I was there. I could barely make it back to where I wanted to be. My legs, everything just aches. And I push through the shit. I really fucking do. You can't break fucking my feelings. It's like you've literally got people in there with the smallest portion of meals. And it's like you know what could really give a fucking shit? Some air fried fucking pizza that's just, here's a little bit better. It's not for better. You know what? Why don't you invest your fucking your Hanover County system and whatever extent you want to elsewhere, and you have a little like the milkman coming up and taking your crumb donations and throwing them in a food processor. You talk about the fluoride in your fucking tap water? Fuck you. You don't need to do better. You don't need to care about people. You think anybody's supposed to be who they are? It's like all it takes is just like, hey, like the proper words. And it's like, y'all have just been so gone to shit as an authoritarian complex that even empathy fails to reach people. The word empathy, not empathy, the word empathy. It's not enough. You need to speak more. All the might that you have within your self-appointed fucking authority. Think you vote for something? Think you sit in a fucking court aside from me? You don't deserve fucking shit. You send people to fucking hell. Because fuck you. Like, fuck your authority. Fuck your ideologies, your whatever. I don't give a fuck about your words at all. Speak, learn, iterate, be better. And leave me alone for once in my fucking life, everyone. I want to be okay, but I need myself. I can't find that anymore in anybody. I want to go forward. I was like, yeah, I could stay here. I could really calm down if I could just feel safe for once in my life. Safe, left alone, cared for. Not chased around and just gaslit into fucking shit. But it's like, I spent like pretty much $800. Not even on it's like Christmas time. I'm tipping people at the fucking house. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I have enough. Just either do right or leave people alone. Leave them alone. People that you condescend, ridicule, and look at and scrutinize, and just ruin any chance of having it. By the way, it's about dominoes and stuff. They have family too. How many times I've seen people they can't even get out with unsecured bond or anything. And I'm like, look, I have kids and responsibilities. Judges give a fuck. Talk about consequences. It's like love. You know how much of a difference that makes is mightiness, strength, love. It's like if you don't deserve your power, see, you go elsewhere and you do better and you come back and learn from what you fucking do. There's always room for more.